Hi everybody, welcome back. You'll notice I'm somewhere a little different. This week I am visiting family in New Jersey, so I'm back home where I grew up and I'm getting to spend a little bit of time with friends and family that I missed over the Christmas weekend. Unfortunately, I was stuck working, but it's been great being home, and I'm just taking a few minutes today to talk to you guys about how to do an easy holiday smoky eye look. If you're going out for New Year's or have any sort of holiday parties to attend, this is a pretty easy look to achieve. And the one really excited thing one thing I'm excited to use today is all of my Sigma brushes that I got from my boyfriend's family for Christmas. Thank you very much to the Patrick family. These brushes are really, really nice. It's kind of ranging from, you know, the little tiny pencil and the eyeliner all the way to the big blending brushes. And if you'll recall from other videos, I've had kind of just a few pretty much crappy eyeshadow brushes. So it's really nice to have a good set, and I'm definitely looking forward to using them with you guys and kind of practicing with them. So without further ado, let's take a look at the video and learn how to create this holiday smoky eye. We're going to start by using the Nudes palette. I'm going to start with my Sigma E60 large shader brush and pick up the lightest shade in the gray quad box, and we're just going to kind of spread that just a little bit over the eye to kind of act as a base. And if you can hear the dog running around in the background, that is our family dog, Jake. He probably wants to make an appearance in this video, but I don't know if that will happen. Okay, so once we have gotten that, like I said, kind of acting as the base, just kind of to cancel out any discoloration on the lid, then we're actually going to move in and start blending some color in. So we're going to take the next darkest color and kind of use that as a transition color on the crease. So just start working that into your crease area only. You want to kind of keep it off the actual lid and off the brow bone, kind of keep that just in the crease. And I'm using the Sigma E70 medium angled shading brush and to kind of get that right just into the crease and work that in there. Okay, now we are going to actually take the same medium angle brush and go in with the next darkest shade and start working that into the outer corner of the eye and into the crease in like a V motion. So starting at the corner of the eye and then working it also into the crease and kind of over that crease color that we already did, and start blending that in. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of a rounder brush now that I kind of have some of that product in place to blend that a little bit more. And this is the Sigma E55 eye shading. So just start kind of blending it into the outer corner and then kind of working that over into the crease. Definitely using a light touch. You don't want that to be too dark. We want this all to be very blended out, no harsh lines. Then you're going to take the very last darkest shade and just use that in the very outer corner to kind of create that final definition. So this is the fourth color now that we're kind of using. So the key is really in the smoky eye is to just build and blend as you're going. And this will, again, ensure that there's no harsh lines and that the color doesn't look too dark because you're blending and building the color off of the base and continuing to darken and bring that to the outer half of the eye. And now I'm going to take the tapered blending brush, the Sigma E40, and kind of blend that a little bit more, especially along my crease here, so that we have a little bit more of a natural blend here. And then if I want to add a little bit more darkness to any of the colors, I can go in with that darkest shade again in the E55 and kind of add a little bit more depth if I feel like it's not quite as dark as I want. I think that is good. Okay, now we usually go in with a traditional eyeliner, but I really wanted to try out this eyeliner pencil brush that I have gotten. So I'm going to go take the Clinique Smoke and Mirrors color 09 from this palette, and we are going to use a wet brush to use this kind of as an eyeliner. So I'm going to wet my brush and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to dip it right into the color and then start along my top lash line. And because we're using a shadow, oh, and it's nice and sparkly, because we're using a shadow instead of just an eyeliner, it definitely can be less perfect, which kind of fits perfectly with the smoky eye because, again, it's very tapered and blended, so it doesn't need to be perfect. And this is really great if you're going out for New Year's, any sort of last-minute holiday parties that you're headed to, or just going out and meeting up with friends. This is something that's pretty simple to throw together as long as you're really just blending with any trio or quad of colors. You don't even necessarily have to use gray. You can use a brown, kind of like I've shown in my my brown smoky eye look. You could even do a purple. Okay. So now that we've gotten that in place, we want to bring a little bit of that color underneath the eye just to kind of keep the look consistent. So I think the easiest brush would probably be the E55, again, the eye shading brush. I'm going to go in with the third darkest color and just pick up a little bit of that on the very, very top of the brush and start working that in just underneath the lash line. Okay. All right, and I would probably only bring that about half to 3/4 the way across underneath the eye. I would not bring that all the way under. And actually now we are going to go in with basically like a white or a silver color. I have here the NYX Easy Rider BSH 27, and we're going to just put that towards the center and highlight. Let's use the Sigma E60, the large shader brush that we use for that initial base color. Let's just use that and highlight by the tear duct here. And again, you can start bringing that a little bit underneath the eye also. And once you've done both sides, you can even blend underneath into that darker color that you've brought in underneath, so that it kind of brightens up the center, or the center of the eyes, and then it gets darker as you go. And again, this is the time to go back in with that blending brush and blend out any of the lines, or where you can kind of see exactly where one color starts and the other ends, and you can kind of bring that color out towards your temple as well, kind of again blending. Okay, so pretty simple. We're gonna go now in and do a mascara. Today I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara, and we are probably going to put about 2 coats of that on. And tonight would be the night, if you want to go crazy with false lashes, today would be the day to do it. So we are going to, like I said, go in with about 2 coats of that. You definitely do not want to skip mascara when you do any sort of an eyeshadow look. It absolutely anchors the look so that your lashes don't look so bare with so much other product on your eyes. Okay, now that we have our mascara done, let's go in and do something with our brows. Again, similarly to the eyelashes, if you have a bold eye look, you can't just leave your eyebrows, you have to do something with them. If you have more sparse brows, you probably would want to go in with a powder or a pencil. I'm just going to go in with the Gimme Brow in the shade 3 from Benefit, and start working that into my brows. And again, this is the time to do a little bit of the more bold eyebrow. Even though you have a bold eye, you want to make sure that that look is anchored. So again, do not neglect the brows here. And then with the rest of my makeup, I kept it fairly neutral. You don't need to go in with any heavy contouring and highlighting. If you do have a strong eye look, you can keep it simple and even keep your lip fairly simple, again, if you do have a bold eye. Now that we've done our brows, we're just going to do a quick little eyebrow highlight with the Highbrow Glow by Benefit stick. We're just going to put a little bit of that right underneath the brow here, just to give it a little bit more definition. I'm just patting that in with my finger here just to kind of warm it up and make sure it is smooth on the skin. Okay, so now that I finished my eyes, I'm just going to go in and do a lip to finish the look. Today I have Meet Matte Hughes Liquid Lipsticks in Sincere, and this is a little bit darker than just a totally neutral pink, but isn't too strong that it'll take away from your eye look or just be a little bit too overwhelming. So just starting on the bottom, and then I'm going to get a little bit more product and make an X on my Cupid's bow, just to ensure symmetry, and then start connecting the lines and filling those lips in. Okay, so you can finish then with setting spray, the Urban Decay DeSlick makeup setting spray here, just across the, basically I would focus it towards the center of the face since that's where you have the most product, but really can be all over. Okay, not putting quite as much on today. All right, well, that is the completed look. I hope you found it fairly easy. I would definitely give an A+ to the Sigma brushes. I'm gonna have to get used to working with them, but definitely the product goes on a lot more easily and kind of stays where you want it with nicer brushes, so I would definitely suggest them. Hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and have a very Happy New Year.